Welcome to Greensboro, North Carolina. Greensboro, North Carolina. We are here at the Frank and Florence Williams Event Center in Greensboro, North Carolina. Walter Johnson Promotions and Touching Money Daily present Next Gen Boxing Friday Night KO Fights. Again, I'm CG Craig Green. Thank you so much for joining us here. We are just moments away from our first fight of the evening. We have got 5 big fights for you here tonight in the 336. And again, we are just so excited to bring you tonight's boxing action. Again, 5 big fights. The main event tonight, we'll see Joseph Action Jackson, 20-1 in his career, 16 knockouts. He'll take on Brandon the Business Bowie. And that is our main event tonight. Again, we'll have 3 fights, 4 rounds apiece, and then our semi-main and main event will be 8-round fights. Getting us started tonight, we'll have Cam Wells out of Durham, North Carolina, taking on Hequan Cole out of Fayetteville. Also tonight, you're going to see in action Jaquan Everett taking on Ronald Binyard. Adrian Roach against Brandon Mendez. And then again in our semi-main event, Khalil Benson taking on Andre Bird. And then, of course, we've already touched on the main event tonight again. Greensboro's own Joseph Action Jackson will take on Brandon Bowie. So again, we've got folks still making their way into the building. Again, a tremendous event put on here by Walter Johnson Promotions and Touching Money Daily. Again, they have done it again, and this is an awesome venue. And folks still filing in, and tell you what, it has been a really, really hot summer. Again, the Sweet Science picking up all across the Tar Heel State. And tonight is no different. Again, Friday night KO fights right here at the Williams Event Center in beautiful Greensboro, North Carolina. Taking a live shot at the crowd here. Some of our boxing fans, they come from all walks of the earth. Folks from every corner of the state will be here as well. Young and old, moms and dads, aunts, uncles. They're all here. And again, we are just moments away from our first fight of the evening. But looking around, looking at some of the fighters here tonight. Again, Hequan Cole, a fighter making his pro debut right here tonight, taking on Cam Wells, who is 1-1-1. 1 win, 1 draw, 1 loss in his career. And then, of course, you have 2 other fighters coming up after that. You have Jaquan Everett making his pro debut tonight, a power broker type of boxer, taking on Ronald Binyard, 0-0-1. So again, a draw in his first affair. Again, coming out of Winston-Salem. So you got Greensboro and Winston-Salem matching up right there. Again, Cam Wells out of Durham, Hequan Cole out of Fayetteville. Again, it's a lot of boxing talent here in the Tar Heel State. Then we slide up to our third fight of the night. You got Adrian Roach out of Warwick, Bermuda, and he'll be taking on Brandon Mendez in his pro debut out of Elm City. And Khalil Benson, 6-0, a true knockout artist, 6 knockouts in his first 6 fights. Definitely a puncher's kind of puncher, and he'll be taking on Andre Bird, who is more of a tactician. He's going to want to box you and try to beat you with points. He has some punching power, that's for certain. He's got 6 knockouts in his 15 wins, but it's not his style to start brawling. He's going to want to outbox you, outpoint you, and that's what he'll look to do tonight in that victory. Brandon Bowie, 22-14 with 9 knockouts in his career. More of a brawler, more of a mauler type of fighter. And Joseph Jackson, Action Jackson, I got A lot of tape on him that I saw this week. Also saw an interview that he did earlier in the week talking about his training and how he got into boxing and where he wants to go with his career. He's had some big fights, and again, a true knockout artist. 16 knockouts out of his 20 wins and just one defeat. That's it in the career of Action Jackson. You take a wide shot here looking at the beautiful Frank and Florence Williams Event Center here in Greensboro, North Carolina. And you look around and you see all the fans filing in, getting their snacks. There's a tray of food right there. I could use some of that right there. You can bring that right over here to the commentary table if you'd like. But folks anticipating the action, it's coming up here in just a couple of minutes. Again, as Walter Johnson Promotions and Touching Money Daily have put on another tremendous event in this beautiful facility, and these folks are going to be treated to some tremendous boxing action as well. Also, folks, make sure you stay with Big Sports TV all weekend long. Tomorrow, Saturday night racing at the County Line Raceway. You can see that tomorrow live on Big Sports TV, so make sure you tune in for that. We're just about ready here. We've got our judges at ringside. Just about have everybody we need in the places they need to be in. And we'll be getting started here just any moment. But again, it's a beautiful time right now, summertime. Weather's really hot outside. But inside this beautiful air-conditioned building, the fights are going to be even hotter. Again, this has been a long anticipated night of boxing action. I don't even think there's any tickets available. You still have folks making their way in. But again, it's a real good time for sports right now. I mean, you've got, just had the World Cup wrap up. Boxing is a 365-day-a-year sport, so it never ends. NFL is getting ready to start back up. Got preseason action going on right now. Again, this is a hotbed for not only high school sports like football and basketball, college football, college basketball, but again, combat sports here in North Carolina is huge, and this area knows it very well. Here in Greensboro, this has been the home of so many classic fights and so many different events, and this one tonight will be no different. Again, 5 fights on the night. We had one fight originally scheduled that will be scrapped. That was Malachi Muhammad and Tino Singletary. That fight will not take place tonight. But in its place, again, we will have Adrian Roach and Brandon Mendez, who will make their debuts here in Greensboro tonight in front of all these fans. Again, and I tell you what, it is so, so great to be back here with Big Sports TV. Again, executive producer Jay Bell, one of the best in the business. And this is the part where we butter him up and tell him that we can see the Lions maybe making the NFC Championship game. Who knows? But yes, again, it's it's a good time for it's a good time to have a great time, and we're going to get ready to send it here ringside. Mr. Walter Johnson III stepping inside the ring, and he's got the microphone, and I think we're going to send it live to Mr. Johnson here momentarily.
Good evening. Welcome to the Frank and Florence Williams Event Center here on Sharp Road, New Jerusalem Cathedral. New Jerusalem Cathedral and Walter Johnson Promotions presents Next Generation Boxing. All of tonight's bouts are sanctioned by the North Carolina Boxing Authority. Al Coley, Executive Director. Before we get started, are you ready for a night of knockouts? All right. We'd like to bring our first bout to the ring.
All right, here we go. Fight number one tonight. It'll be Hyquan Cole taking on Cameron Wells. Again, you see the record right now. Cam Wells 1-1-1 in his career. Hyquan Cole making his pro debut. Again, Durham and Chapel Hill. Could we have, a little Blue Devils and Tar Heel battle here right now? Cameron Wells, 1-1-1, 28
Will our
years
next
old.
contestant please make his way to the ring?
Again, both fighters with an orthodox stance, so again, no surprises from either side.
We're bringing out Cam Wells.
And here comes Cam Wells to the ring. Hyquan Cole awaits. And here comes Cam Wells making his way to the ring. And, we talked about him being from Durham, but his trainer there has got on a North Carolina Tar Heels t-shirt.
Coming to the ring, Mr. Cameron Wells.
But again, Wells looking to go 2-1-1, looking to get over the Mendoza line, or not the Mendoza line, excuse me. He's looking to get over 500 in his career if he gets a win here tonight. 5'10".
Our first bout of the evening is a 4-round bout in the junior middleweight division. Our judges at ringside, Joseph Brindle, David Ebert, Brandon O'Dear. Our referee, Anthony Bowie. Our combatants tonight, first, fighting out of the red corner. He hails from Fayetteville, North Carolina. He came in at a fit and ready 157 pounds. He has a professional record. Actually, this is his pro debut. Let's welcome him to Greensboro, North Carolina, Mr. Hyquan Cole. Cole.
5'11", orthodox stance.
Fighting out of the blue corner. He hails from Durham, North Carolina. He's wearing the black trunks trimmed in red. He has a professional ring record of 1 win, 1 loss, and 1 draw. That win coming by way of KO. Ladies and gentlemen, let's hear it for Killer Cam Wells.
Killer Cam, 5'10", 11 total rounds in his career. Made his debut back on May the 3rd of last year. Got a majority decision win against Adrian Howell, and our referee Anthony Bowie giving final instructions. And we are ready.
Round 1.
The bell rings and we are set for action. Cam Wells in the black trunks, Hyquan Cole in the blue trunks. And this is Cole's pro debut. So Wells, not sure if he knows what to expect from a guy like Cole. This is a 4-round fight, so you got to get busy real quick. You don't have time to grow into this fight. This first round is so important to whoever wins this fight. And Wells trying to punch through the guard. Good body blow that time by Wells. And it looks like Cole was trying to size him up. And Anthony Bowie calls for the break. Both fighters oblige. Straight right by Wells. Now you see Cole dropping his hands here. It's a sign of confidence. And now Wells has got him in the corner here. Can Cole fight out? Wells being aggressive. He's got Cole up against the ropes. Cole's got to start working. Cole's in trouble. A flurry of punches. And somehow, some way, Cole's able to work his way off the ropes. Not without taking several shots from Killer Cam Wells. Nice combination by Wells. Near the corner of Wells, encouraging the performance so far. About getting close to the end of this first round. Wells so far on the good foot. Now Bowie's gonna break again. See some swelling starting to appear on the face of Cole. Straight
10
right
seconds.
hand. 10 seconds left in this first round. And here goes Cole. It's a hard shot. And now in the first round.
Let's give it up for round number 1.
But Cam Wells, he had the better of the action in the first round. And he was
I'd like to take this time to
hitting
thank our
Cole with a
sponsors,
flurry
Laura
of
Eye Care.
punches. He was the
Located
aggressor.
328
He
North
was pretty
Fayetteville
much
Street,
walking Cole down
Asheboro,
a lot of
North
that first
Carolina.
round.
336-625-2020.
Try to respond here at the back half, the last
Let them help
15,
you
20
see
seconds.
a little clearer.
That's when you saw
Also,
he
Williams
Cole
Service Station, LLC,
start to get off the
740
ropes and
West
start to
Harrison
fight back
Street
a little bit.
in Reedsville, North Carolina. Complete car
With a
care.
fight that's only 4 rounds,
We'd like
such
to
as
thank
this one, again, the
Shipley's
first
Family Home Care
round
Service.
is really
Call them
important. That's
anytime,
25% of the fight that you can either win or lose.
877-272-7543. And by the way, folks, they're hiring. Also want to thank Lily Pro Cleaning Center, seconds out.
In the corner,
Lily
you see
Pro
Cole standing up.
Cleaning. Weekly and bi-weekly residential clients. Call 704-380-7962. We're ready for round number 2.
All right, round number 2, getting ready to get started. Cole was ready to go. He never sat down in his stool at all. And Anthony Bowie said, let's go. Cole still with his hands dropped to his side. Now can Wells build off that first round? Ooh, left hand, that one rocked Wells. Wells is in trouble. Cole hit him with a hard left. I'll tell you what, Killer Cam had to hold on because that one shook him. And I think Cole, he might be smelling blood. Another lunging left hook that time by Cole, didn't connect. Now Cole trying to punch out of the guard. Wells hanging on a little bit. And now Hequan Cole, he's feeling more confident than ever right now. Hands to his side, telling Wells to come on. Now can Wells maintain the composure that won him that first round, or seemingly won him that first round? Left hand by Cole. Now Wells responds. Now Cole working that straight left. Now hard body blow, another one. Cole in trouble. Bowie's in there checking on him. Now he's going to break it up. A little bit too much clenching for his liking. Wells responded in a big way after getting rocked early in this second round. Wells trying to force Cole to put that guard down. Under a minute to go. And we see the same thing we saw in the first round, Wells being the aggressor. Cole again having to hang on. He took a lot of punishment against the ropes. But can he find another big shot like he had early in the second round? It felt like Cole was building on something, but it seemed like that train just kind of stopped midway through this second round. Left hand by Wells, kind of brushed the face of Cole. And all right, end of round two. And that one was a lot more lively than we saw here in the first round. Take a look at the replay. You got Wells working against Cole near the corner. Yeah, both fighters continue to work. Anthony Bowie right there. Wells just continuously trying to make Kequan Cole fight back or punch through the guard. Yeah, we got luminaries in the building. Greensboro's own Dudley High School's own Eric Hicks is in the house. And here we go, round three. Cole still standing up in his corner. And Cole continuing to play some mind games, but he needs to start winning points. Got to start winning some rounds here. We are in round 3 of 4. And again, with such a short time frame, left hand by Wells, and that pushed Cole back. Again, with such a short time frame, 4 rounds, 12 minutes of fights, you don't have much time to grow into it. You got to get on the good foot right away. Wells looking to counter. Cole trying to throw some big shots to get himself back into this fight, but nothing really landing cleanly right now for him. It seems like Cole's still trying to find one big shot to get himself back into this fight. Wells is content with just working over Cole against the ropes once again. Referee steps in to break it up. Not enough action on the ropes. About midway through the third round. Again, third round of 4. Body blow by Cole scores. But Wells seems totally unbothered by it. But as we get later into the fight, Cole's going to need a big shot to get back into this thing, because it's been mostly Cam Wells, and Wells again against the ropes has Cole in a little bit of trouble. And Bowie wants cleaner action, and he's breaking it up. Jab, and now Wells once again working over Cole against the ropes. Wells got a left, but the right didn't connect. We're under a minute left in the third. Is fatigue setting in for Kequan Cole? Has not been nearly as aggressive as he was, and now Cole up against the ropes. Back on his feet, nearly a knockdown score by Bowie. Well, mouthpiece just fell out of the mouth of Cole as he was trying to adjust it. Not a result of a punch. nearing the end of round 3. Overhand lefted the score, but Wells is back in again, being the aggressor. Cole seemingly really no answer for that. And now, for the first time in the fight, Hykwon Cole sits on his stool as we are entering the 4th and final round. Let's take a look at the replay here, some action from round number 3. Again, a little bit more of the same from Killer Cam Wells, and that was nearly a knockdown. Anthony Bowie in there quickly, and credit to Cole, he stood up quickly to show that he still had legs underneath him, that he wasn't rocked by a punch. And we talk about the short scorecard in a 4-round fight. One thing you can't afford is a knockdown. And I think it's going to take the best of Hykwon Cole here in the 4th round. It's going to take the best of Hykwon Cole here to win this fight, because he is behind on points. And Cam Wells just has to avoid lightning striking here in this 4th round. Left hand. Now both fighters are throwing caution into the wind here. Cole came out charging. Cole now being more aggressive. Both fighters coming out of the corner as if they're losing this fight. Uppercut, and now another shot by Wells. Some blood, looks like it could be trickling from the forehead of Hykwon Cole. Blood trickling from the nose of Cole as a result of that jab by Killer Cam Wells. Another jab scores for Wells. How much gas in the tank does Cole have? He's looking for the big punch. Wells, again, gets another win in on Cole. Cole trying to survive against the ropes again. Left hand by Cole. Made it to the 4th round in his debut. Can he see it out? Lunging shot, both fighters. But now Wells settles back in and goes right back to the bread and butter, peppering Cole with shots against the ropes. Anthony Bowie steps in. He's giving Cole a chance to fight here. Overhand right by Cole. Didn't do much damage to Wells. Under a minute to go. Cole breathing with his mouth open. He looks exhausted, and he could be ripe for the picking for Cam Wells. Left hand tried to follow it up with the right, but he couldn't. Under 30 seconds. Wells not showing nearly as much fatigue on his face as Cole is. And again, Cole breathing out of his mouth. Could be the result possibly of a broken nose. 10 seconds left. Wells looking to finish it off. And tell you what an exciting fight we had. What an exciting fight here to open up Friday night KO fights. Killer Cam Wells and Hykwon Cole. Cole in his pro debut goes the distance with Wells, who's in his 4th fight. And Killer Cam, judging by the look on his face and the groove he's got to the music in the building, he feels good about his effort tonight. Jaquan Cole, plenty to build on. Went the distance with a fighter more experienced than he did. But will he have made enough effort to win tonight's fight? We'll take it up to Walter Johnson III to get our official word as soon as Wells can get that right glove off of his hand.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, let's go to the number line here scorecard. All 3 judges, first of all, let's give both these young men a round of applause for their fight. We go to the scorecards and all 3 judges had scored the same way, 40 to 36. A unanimous decision win, fighting out of the blue corner, Cameron Wells.
Killer Cam Wells takes his record to 2-1-1. He gets a unanimous decision victory. All 3 judges saw it in his favor over Jaquan Cole in his pro debut. So looking forward to more. And looking forward to seeing more out of Jaquan Cole in the future. And Killer Cam, again, brings himself to a winning record. He's over 500, looking to build again. And a win for Bull City's Cameron Wells. So Brandon Mendez will come to the ring now for his fight against Adrian Roach. And Brandon Mendez out of Wilson, North Carolina. Another guy making his pro debut. He was talking to the Wilson Times about his fight. He said, quote, "Well, my plan is to go in there and win. I feel it inside of me that I'm going to destroy this guy. And right now I feel like no one can stop me. My mind is on right, and I feel like no one can touch me right now. I feel so much confidence in myself and in my fighting ability that I don't think that that this fight will last too long, because I'll put him probably in the 1st or 2nd round." So Brandon Mendez putting it out there in the universe that he thinks he can stop Adrian Roach here in the first couple rounds of this 4-round fight. 5'7" Brandon Mendez in the welterweight division. And he is led to his ring by his trainer, Leroy Gray, a veteran boxer out of Wilson.
All right. We would have Adrian Roach make his way to the ring.
Now we await the entrance of Adrian Roach out of the Bermudas. As he makes his way to the ring with the platinum blonde hair out of Bermuda, making his way here to the United States. And this is Mendez's 3rd fight.
First, fighting out of the blue corner. He's wearing blue trunks, trimmed in black. He hails from Wilson, North Carolina. He came in at a fit and really 147 pounds, and this is his professional debut. Fighting out of Brooklyn's Hardcore Boxing Gym. Give it up for Brandon Mendez! fighting out of the red corner. He too weighing in at a figure 147 pounds. He wears a black trim and silver.
He hails from the Bahamas in the Caribbean islands. He comes in with a professional ring record, 2 wins, no losses, 1 big win coming by way of KO. Ladies and gentlemen, let's hear it for Adrian Roach.
Adrian Roach out of Warwick, Bermuda.
Your referee, Jennifer Sterling.
All right, gentlemen, waistlines. We're going here and up are good. We're going here and up are good. I gave the instructions in the back. Listen to my commands and protect yourselves at all times. Good luck to both fighters. Go ahead and touch them up.
Jennifer Sterling will oversee the proceedings here. This is another 4-round fight in the welterweight division. Both
4
fighters
rounds
coming
or
in at
less in
147
the welterweight
pounds.
division.
And Mendez on your left, Roach on your right.
Round
And
1.
here we go, round 1. Brandon Mendez's pro debut. He had 2 fights at the North Carolina Azalea Festival, getting ready for tonight. And the gloves are flying early. Large shot. Oh, that could be it. And Brandon Mendez is on the canvas in the first 20 seconds. I'll tell you what, I think Adrian Roach might have read that article from the Wilson Times. Jennifer Sterling checking on Mendez. And that's it. Wow! 38 seconds in. And that's it. Adrian Roach. Tell you what, folks, in boxing, you don't get paid by the hour. Adrian Roach has cashed in a major way. And he is going to win this fight in the first 40 seconds. Jennifer Sterling trying to protect Mendez here and stopping this fight. Let's take a look at the replay. And you see Roach, a left hook, and then a straight jab, and then that left hook, and then one to the jaw, and
All
then
right, ladies and gentlemen.
a 3-piece and a biscuit.
What do you think about that big
And
time
Adrian
knockout?
Roach had Brandon Mendez on the canvas in a hurry. It's good to see Mendez on his feet.
At 33 seconds. That's right, 33 seconds of round number 1. Your referee calls a halt to the bout. Your winner by TKO. And now 3-0 with the 2 knockouts, Adrian Roach.
What an impressive fight by Adrian Roach. I mean, he came in here and put on a show in short order. Barely broke a sweat. And now he's going to head to the pay window.
Both gentlemen, please see the doctor. Please see the doctor.
As the winner of this fight, Brandon Mendez drops to 0-1 in his career. Adrian Roach now 3-0 with 2 knockouts. And that officially a technical knockout, 33 seconds. Tell you what, it takes me longer to heat up my lunch. What a impressive performance by Adrian Roach. And Brandon Mendez, he'll have better days than today. But again, this was Adrian
All right, the
Roach's
doctor's
fight
going to
and
check
his
these
moment.
guys out. We'll be back in about 5 minutes with the next bout.
So as you hear the announcement from Walter Johnson III, be back up here with our next fight momentarily. All right, and what we'll do is we'll take a quick break with them. So you guys stay tuned. 3 more fights coming up. After this, Jaquan Everett will take on Ronald Vineyard, Khalil Benson and Andre Bird. Then our main event, Joseph Action Jackson out of Greensboro taking on Brandon Bowie. Stay with us. We'll be right back.
Welcome to Shaw University, a place where history is made, leaders emerge, and transformation begins. Founded in 1865, we were the first HBCU in the Southern United States. Our vibrant campus is a unique living and learning community. We are located in the heart of downtown Raleigh and a short drive from Research Triangle Park, the largest technology research park in the country. We are a place where opportunity surrounds you. IBM, GlaxoSmithKline Pharmaceuticals, Duke Energy are just 3 of the many well-known companies that offer internships and hire our graduates. Within walking distance of campus, you can attend networking events or take advantage of internships. You can even launch your own business at Shaw University's Innovation and Entrepreneurship Center. At Shaw University, you will learn from dedicated professors and meet lifelong friends. You can take part in over 30 different academic and service organizations. Get involved in Greek life, sports, or the Platinum Sound, Shaw University's notable marching band. From its start as the first historically black university in the Southern United States to the vibrant campus we are today, Shaw University is the right place to grow, learn, and explore.
Welcome back to Next Gen Boxing Friday night KO Fights. We're in Greensboro, North Carolina. CG Craig Green with you. And we've seen 2 explosive fights here to get us started right here at the Williams Event Center. In our opening contest, we saw Killer Cam Wells get a unanimous decision victory, 40-36 on the scorecards over Hequan Cole. And then our second fight, Adrian Roach out of Bermuda. I mean, about as impressive as can be in a TKO victory over Brandon Mendez, 33 seconds into the first round. But coming up here momentarily, we'll have Jaquan Everett taking on Ronald Binyard. And we'll take one more look here at the earlier fight, Roach and Mendez. You see Mendez just drop him with that right. Mendez hit the canvas like a ton of bricks. But to his credit, he got to his feet, but in his best interest, Jennifer Sterling stopped the fight. She didn't want him to take any more punishment. I don't think she thought he could protect himself well enough against the onslaught of Adrian Roach. But Adrian Roach again moves on to 3-0 in his career, and he will look for bigger and better days after today. But don't forget our semi-main event coming up in just a little while. But we've got in the semi-main event Khalil Benson, 6-0 out of the ATL, taking on Andre Bird out of Jacksonville, Florida. And then, of course, in our main event, the hometown hero, Greensboro's own, Action Jackson, Joseph Jackson, will take on Brandon Bowie out of the St. Louis area. But coming up here momentarily, we'll have our third fight of the night. Again, that'll be Jaquan Everett against Ronald Binyard. Again, want to thank Walter Johnson Promotions and Touch and Money Daily for putting on a really awesome night of boxing action. And again, for those of you tuning in here on Big Sports TV, again, don't forget, tomorrow night, Big Sports TV keeps the action going. It's Saturday Night Racing at the County Line Raceway.
Right,
live tomorrow night. You can watch it
ringside.
live right here on Big Sports TV. And our ring announcer, the esteemed Walter Johnson III, will make his way back into the center of the ring.
All right, our next bout of the evening is a junior middleweight bout, 4 rounds. Could you please bring out Mr. Ronald Binyard? Mr. Ronald Binyard.
And here comes Ronald Binyard out of Winston-Salem, North Carolina, just one draw in his career. And looking to get himself in the win column. And he'll have a chance to do it against a fighter making his pro debut tonight, and Jaquan Everett.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, please bring to the ring Mr. Jaquan Everett.
And Jaquan Everett will come to the ring, again, ready to make his pro debut. You hear the crowd get loud. Again, it's a Greensboro native. Crowd came to their feet for Jaquan Everett. Long-awaited debut. Again, stepping off the football field to make his pro debut is Jaquan Everett.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, 4 rounds, junior middleweights first, fighting out of the red corner. He's wearing the blue trunks, trimmed in white. He hails from the Trade 4, Winston-Salem, North Carolina. He brings to us a professional ring record, no wins, no losses, 1 draw. He weighed in at 157 pounds. Ladies and gentlemen, let's hear it for Ronald Binyard. Binyard.
The 1 draw in his career was against killer
Fighting out
Cam
of the
Wells.
blue corner. Wearing the black trimmed in silver. He weighed at a fit 152 pounds. He's making his pro debut. Now living in Greensboro, but hailing from Richmond County, North Carolina. Ladies and gentlemen, let's hear it for Jaquan, the assassin, Everett. Everett.
And you hear the hell of an ovation there for Jaquan Everett. From Richmond County now in making his home in Greensboro. And this is a junior middleweight fight. And Anthony Bowie says, ring the bell. Here we go. Round 1 of 4. Got Everett in the black trunks and Binyard in the blue trunks. And again, when it comes to fighters making their pro debuts, it's kind of hard if you're Binyard to know exactly what to expect out of Everett. And you also got to wonder, too, when it comes to, there's a good shot that time by Everett. But you also have to wonder, too, when it comes to fighters like Everett, how much juice do you have, how much energy? Right hand over the top by Everett after taking a body blow from Binyard. Left hand scores for Binyard. But you also got to, again, you got to wonder, kind of like the honeymoon phase in a way, like how much, how gung-ho, how guns blazing, how balls to the wall are you in the very beginning of a fight. Nice combination that time by Everett. Midway through this first round, no real advantage for either fighter right now. And both fighters are matching the other's aggression. But Everett is being somewhat patient too, as is Binyard. Combination by Binyard, or by Everett, excuse me. Under a minute to go. And I'm sure Cam Wells passed on some knowledge down to Everett before this fight took place again. You know, Wells is the 1 in the 0-1 in the record of Binyard. Lunging body blow by Binyard. 10 seconds left.
10 seconds.
Left hand scores that time for Binyard.
In the round number 1.
Pretty even round if you ask me on that one. I think neither fighter really had much of an advantage over the other. But again, we'll see how the judges saw it, of course. But an impressive first round for Jaquan Everett. Again, in his pro debut, in front of a lot of family and friends and fans as well. And then, don't discount Binyard. I mean, he's from Winston-Salem, not too far away from this area.
Seconds out. We're ready for round number 2.
Both fighters on their feet and ready to roll. And it's time to fight. Here we go. Friday Night KO Fights, presented by Walter Johnson Promotions and Touching Money Daily, right here live on Big Sports TV. And a nice left hand and a right hand followed up that time by Everett. Everett has Binyard backing up a little bit. Action getting hot and heavy between both Everett and Binyard. Will we see a little bit more aggression out of Binyard in this second round? But Everett walking him down and hitting him with some power shots. Throwing those hooks, and there's another one. The left hand finds its way inside the guard of Binyard. Everett with the overhand right. Binyard responds. Pretty darn good fight between these two so far. Midway through this second round. Again, I don't see a real advantage for either fighter here. Both fighters landing again. The cleaner shot went to Everett. Notice the patience between both. That right hand rocked Everett. Binyard now being a little more aggressive, throwing some more power shots. I think Everett may have been hurt there by that one. A left hand now by Binyard. Overhand right, but then Everett responds. Both fighters slugging away. We're under a minute left. Left hand by Everett. appears that things have settled back down here after a lively exchange. Creeping towards the end of this second round, overhand right by Everett.
10 seconds.
End of round number 2.
Round number 2.
That was a heck of a round. Take a look at the replay, uppercut, and then that left hand by Binyard got in there. I'll tell you what, Everett didn't drop the gloves, and he kept on swinging. I'll tell you what, this honestly is anybody's fight right now.
Round number 3.
You got to wonder how the judges will see it. You saw Everett taking some bigger shots than he was given in that round. Binyard, I think he may have had the better of Everett that round, but the aggression on both sides was matched by both fighters.
Seconds out.
So no advantage in the aggression, but cleaner shots may have gone to Binyard that round. Both fighters up. Anthony Bowie ready for both, and here we go, round number 3. Good sportsmanship by both Binyard and Everett, touching gloves. Again, if you're just tuning in, Everett's in the black and gold and silver, and Ronald Binyard in the blue. Coming up after this fight will be our co-main event. Khalil Benson taking on Andre Bird. Body shot by Everett. Both fighters being patient, but what is the right level of patience? What also is the right level of aggression to have? Because you don't want to move too quickly and get caught slipping. Just looking at the face of Everett, and it seems like his energy level and his focus is exactly where it needs to be. Good combination by Everett as we say that. Overhand right by Everett. Does Binyard have a response? Good combination to the body by Everett. 2 shots up top now. Oh, big overhand looping left hook. Another one given that time in response by Everett. Under a minute to go. Both fighters putting on a heck of a performance so far, nearly 3 rounds in. Sweat flying after that shot by Binyard. Everett backing up, straight right, and now Everett responds. These guys going toe to toe right here in G-Borough.
Ten seconds. Give it up for round number 3.
Looked like Everett may have got the better of Binyard in that round. He had more of the better moments. As we'll take a look at some round 3 highlights. That lunging punch, little combination by Everett to the body in response. And you see that straight left pushed right through and hit Binyard right in the kisser. But it just goes to show that Everett, again, his poise has been nothing to sneeze at. Again, had Killer Cam Wells in his ear about how to take on this opponent. And he could be 3 minutes away from getting his very first professional victory. But in a fight this close, both fighters gonna have to fight like you're losing here. Round number 4 of 4. Both fighters touch gloves, and now we could see the best of both fighters. Who wants it more here in this third round? Will it be Ronald Binyard or the assassin, Jaquan Everett? Binyard scored some shots, got a left hand in on Everett. Can Everett maintain? And he does. He tries to bring things right back to square one. This right here, the most important 3 minutes of the fight, because it's been so close. Which one of these two can bring it home? Binyard went to lunge with the left and didn't score at all. Binyard hits a couple of shots. Everett responding. Now Everett has Binyard against the ropes, working with those body blows. Binyard trying to answer. 90 seconds left. Binyard looking a little tired. That uppercut looks like it gets through the guard of Everett. "60 seconds to go, or just north of it. Back in the center where we started. Final minute. Oh, left hand by Everett. Now a right. And now Binyard answers. That right hand got through. 30 seconds. Still anybody's fight. Right hand scores from Binyard. Everett backing up. Under 20 seconds. Binyard trying to close the show. Final 10. Can Everett finish strong? Can Binyard finish strong? They're slugging it away here in Greensboro. Heck of a fight between Everett and Binyard. I truly have no idea on who's going to win this one. It was that close. Now let's go to our highlights from round number 4. You see the patience by Binyard. He's just waiting and watching, looking to pick his spot. But that time gets caught by Everett. But each time a fighter would take a shot, he'd give one right back. And that, I think, is what makes this fight so hard to judge. And they're tallying the scores now. And we'll have our result here in just a moment. And will it be Ronald Binyard or will it be Jaquan Everett? Neither fighter, in my opinion, has any feeling should have any feeling why, that they lost this fight. It was competitive from the first round all the way through the fourth. Back and forth, and again, the judges have a heck of a decision to make here. And now we've got the scorecard in the hand of our ring announcer, Walter Johnson III.
Let's give it up for both of these young men. Ronald Binyard, Jaquan Everett. They put on a fight for you tonight. We will definitely have both of these guys back on Next Generation Boxing. And now we go to the Nova Eye Care scorecards. It was a good one. All three judges scored in the same 40-36, 39-37, 39-37, all for your winner by unanimous decision. And fighting out of the blue corner, Jaquan Everett. He goes to 1-0. But let's give it up for Ronald Binyard. The way he performed, both of these guys did their thing tonight.
That was a really close fight between Binyard and Everett, and the assassin, Jaquan Everett, goes 1-0 in his career. A big win here in Greensboro. And listen to the ovation for the assassin. Hear that roar of the crowd again for Jaquan Everett. That was anyone's fight. He got the Duke. He did more on the scorecards in the eyes of the officials in order to get that victory. And again, nothing for Binyard to be ashamed of. He drops to 0-1-1 in his career. And we'll be back here momentarily. We got two more fights left, folks. Our co-main event, Khalil Benson, Andre Bird, and then Joseph Jackson against Brandon Bauer. Our semi-main and our main event. Stick with us here. This is Next Gen Boxing Friday night KO Fights on Big Sports TV. Stay with us.
My dad was a soccer coach and bought this little book bag. I could sit in the book bag, like facing backwards and with like my legs out. So I'd be in his book bag when my dad coaches and the ball's going around. I'm like kicking at the ball in the back. And my dad was like, "We have a prodigy." So he put me into soccer and it just progressed from there. The catalyst was the opportunity to play soccer at a Division II school. On my team, I thrive to work as hard as I can. I mean, whatever you do on the field, there's a positive correlation to whatever else you do, be it personal relationships, homework, the way you carry yourself. I've changed since I got to King University. It's really helped me to develop as a leader. I think it's honestly the best thing that's ever happened.
We purchased the Behringer estate, which for the beauty of its grounds had been the pride of the people of the city. This purchase also stirred up no little opposition among the white people. And thus, while we succeeded at last in obtaining a valuable property, we had at the same time excited great indignation against us. Henry Martin Tupper.
You can't have racism if you don't have power. Henry Martin Tupper has robbed me of the ability to have bias against white people. He was a white man who was a Union chaplain who at the end of the war decided to stay and to teach newly freed slaves how to read and how to write.
There's a saying that without knowledge, the people perish.
As the oldest HBCU in the South, Shaw has led the way.
These were not only academic institutions, they were freedom schools.
Plessy versus Ferguson institutionalizes separate but equal.
Shaw University, like many institutions that had seen golden years of establishing opportunities for free blacks, began to struggle with its identity and it began to struggle with its very existence.
With the coming of student activists, you see that there is a very consistent and persistent effort to dismantle segregation through direct action, nonviolent protests.
The sit-ins were directed at variety stores that would allow us to shop, but we could not sit down at the lunch counters. I was the first to be arrested.
Those young men and women who came to create the Student Nonviolent Coordinating Committee fanned out throughout the South, put their lives on the line to tear down the walls of segregation.
No SNCC, no Civil Rights Act, no Voting Rights Act, no Obama.
Change has come to America.
It's just as clear as anything.
If there is an antidote to racism in this nation, it is education.
We need more soldiers of truth who are willing to step forward and follow that inner voice that lets you know what's right and what's wrong.
Once Mr. Behringer found out that his property had been sold to a Northerner for the purpose of educating the freed slaves, his comment at the time was, "If I had known that my property was going to be sold to those, I would not have sold it."
Our next bout of the evening is our co-main event. It's 8 rounds of the junior middleweight division. Could we please have Mr. Andre Byrd?
Andre Byrd about to make his way to the ring for our co-main event. This is 8 rounds in the junior middleweight division. Andre Byrd, 42 years old, out of Jacksonville, Florida, has 182 total rounds in his career. A fighter who made his debut back on September 15th, 2012, a unanimous decision victory over James Gooding.
All right. Can we please have Mr. Khalil Benson to the ring?
And here comes his opponent. No doubt, Khalil Benson. 6 fights, 6 knockouts. Pretty simple stat line for the young man out of Greenville, South Carolina originally, now fighting out of the ATL, Atlanta, Georgia. 25 years old. He stands 5 feet 11 inches tall. And in his 6 fights, he has a total of 9 total rounds in those fights. He made his debut back nearly a year ago, September 6th, 2025, against Devontae Steele. He stopped him with a technical knockout. He's looking to do the same thing here to Andre Byrd tonight.
It's our co-main event, 8 rounds, junior middleweight. First, fighting out of the blue corner, he's wearing the white trunks trimmed in gold. He hails from Jacksonville, Florida. He weighed in yesterday at a fit and ready 155 pounds. He has a professional ring record of 15 wins against 12 losses, with 6 big wins coming by way of KO. Ladies and gentlemen, let's hear it for Andre Byrd. Byrd.
15-12, 6 knockouts in his career. Looking to get his first fight, winning his last 8 fights.
Trimmed in gold. He hails from Atlanta, Georgia. He also weighed in at 155 pounds. He comes to us with a professional record, 6 wins, no losses. All 6 wins coming by way of KO. Ladies and gentlemen, let's hear it for Khalil Benson. Benson.
No opponent of Khalil Benson has made it past the 2nd round. Can Andre Byrd do that here tonight? And here's the tale of the tape between both fighters. A 5-inch height advantage for Benson. Fighting out of the Atlanta area. Will that height and that reach, excuse me, Jennifer Sterling, my bad. Will that height and that reach advantage play a factor? Can Byrd get inside those long arms of Benson? We'll find out here in our co-main event. Byrd in the blue corner in the white trunks. Benson out of the red corner in the black. Round 1 of 8. And here the leather moving early for Khalil Benson. Again, a knockout artist. Has not seen the 3rd round in his career yet. Eight rounds, junior middleweight, both fighters at 155 pounds coming into tonight's fight. Looks like maybe a Either a clash of heads or an elbow to the back of the head there, inadvertent. Jennifer Sterling says box. About midway through this first round. Still seems like both fighters trying to feel each other out, even with the gloves flying. The aggressor so far has been Benson. And true to form, there's Benson throwing a flurry of punches at Byrd. And when you got a height advantage like Benson does against Byrd, 5 inches, it can make things really difficult for the shorter fighter. He has to take chances to get close. And now you see Benson working here, throwing uppercuts and overhand rights and lefts. Under a minute to go in this first round. And Benson has had the better of the action. Seems like Byrd has been in a defensive stance for most of this first round. And now really not getting in much offense at all is Benson just kind of mauling and having his way. Looks like Byrd is trying to hold on here for the final 10 seconds. And that's the end of the first round. I think the corner of Khalil Benson is going to feel good about his effort in the first 3 minutes. So you look at the replay from round number 1. Yeah, it looked like an inadvertent elbow grazed across the back of the head of Byrd. Benson was trying to throw a punch there, just, again, incidental contact. And luckily, no one was injured in that exchange. Stick with us, folks. After this fight, our main event, as Joseph Action Jackson from out of G-Borough finds himself in the main event as they'll take on Brandon the Business Bowie. That will also be an 8-round fight in the junior middleweight division. Round 2. And things still remaining the same here as we see Benson kind of walking down and trying to chase down Byrd. Will Byrd try to incorporate some stick and move here? That's what it feels like he may be trying to do in the early going. Don't know if you want to get into an exchange. Official Jennifer Sterling separates both fighters, and we commence with the proceedings. Left hand by Benson got through the guard. Right hand by Byrd. Andre Byrd has a chance here. Overhand left. He has a chance to do something that no opponent has done against Khalil, no doubt, Benson. If he can survive the next 2 minutes, this will be the first time in the career of Benson that he'll have gone past the second round. Then perhaps maybe we can talk about fatigue or other factors. Right hand by Byrd.
And then the kid, okay, gotcha.
And again, because he's at a disadvantage in terms of height and reach, may kind of want to muck this up and make this not dirty, but you may want to make this more of a grind out type of fight. stick and move, hold a little bit, maybe break the clinch, and there's a straight left. And then Benson answers. Good exchange by both fighters here. Under a minute to go. Byrd a better showing so far in this second round. Benson must have heard me, and he responds with a combination against Byrd. Still got a ways to go in this fight, and it looks like Byrd is going to make it out of this second round. 10 seconds. Nice exchange by both fighters. Hard shot by Benson. And right now, history made as Khalil Benson will now go into uncharted waters as he enters that third round of action. Gotta wonder if it was on the mind of Benson, knowing that he hasn't been this far in his career, if he was going to try to stop Byrd. You see in the replay there, again, both fighters engaging, both fighters aggressive, both fighters looking to land the cleanest shots. And we'll see if fatigue will play a factor for Khalil No Doubt Benson as we move into round number 3. Andre Byrd, he's a guy not too worried about going into those later rounds. Again, in his 15 wins, 9 of them, were not knockouts. So 9 of those wins were by decision. Round 3. And Benson, I think, may have been going for the big shot early. And not a knockdown there, just a lunging punch by Byrd. This is our co-main event. Andre Byrd in the white, Khalil Benson in the black. Warning from our referee, Jennifer Sterling, to Byrd. And Byrd scores with a right. Nice combination by Benson. Byrd claiming he was hit in the back of the head. Sterling says play on. The defense so far for Andre Byrd, pretty darn good. Been able to avoid all the big shots from Benson. And that's what's keeping him in this fight. Almost as if he's making Benson fight his fight as we creep towards 1 minute to go. And not trying to quote a Disney movie here, but it's a whole new world here for No Doubt Khalil Benson, as he has never been in the third round, and it appears he could be headed towards the fourth if he can't put a flurry together and stop Byrd. Benson now putting in some work against Byrd against the ropes. But Byrd doesn't stay there long. He keeps his feet moving. 30 seconds. Both fighters again into the ropes, and referee separates. Combination by Benson didn't land clean. 10 seconds, looks like a clash of heads. Both fighters are okay. And round 3 in the books. Much like our fight with Jaquan Everett and Ronald Binyard, this one is hard to score in this broadcaster's opinion. But you got to give credit where credit's due to Andre Byrd, extending Khalil Benson now into the 4th round, avoiding his big shots. And again, still looking somewhat fresh here as we venture near the midway point of this fight. Looking at the replay, and Benson still struggling to score some of his power shots. But despite that, Benson, he looks fresh, he looks attentive, talking to his corner man. Both fighters off the stool quickly and ready for action. Round 4. Benson coming out with more livelier feet. Leather flying for Byrd. Almost as if both fighters came out of the corner rejuvenated, and Benson now throwing some big shots against Byrd. Overhand left. Got a little piece of Byrd that time, and now Byrd responds. Benson now looking to turn up the aggression level a notch. Straight right through the guard, and that one may have hurt Byrd. Byrd looks like he could be hurt. He was staggering, and now Benson has got Byrd in the neutral corner. Benson could be looking for the finish. That shot right on the belt line. And Sterling saw it. That punch was a little low. Unintentional by Byrd. Looping left hand by Byrd. Sweating the leather flying. You hear that loud one by Benson. Byrd doing a lot here just to keep his opponent at a good distance to where he can't be peppered with big shots. Benson still looking for power shots. A good counter by Byrd, and I think Benson gave him a little kudos for that. Right around the final minute of this fourth round, excuse me, right at the 10-second mark. Nice combination by Byrd. Now we are officially midway through this fight. And again, going the distance, ain't nothing for Andre Byrd, but for Khalil Benson, you gotta wonder how much he's got left. As we take a look at both fighters getting treatment now in between rounds. Breath of fresh air, some words of encouragement. Talking over the tactics. But for the final 4 rounds, I mean, if you're Andre Byrd, you got to continue to stick and move. Just stick and move against the larger fighters. And if you're Benson, you got to keep doing what you're doing here. You're trying to stalk and corner Byrd. But once he starts moving, I think you got to start throwing another punch and anticipating his movement. It seems like he wants to try to escape to his right. So if Benson can try to keep him in there with a hook, he may be able to get those combinations and hit those power shots that he's been looking for. Round 5. Andre Byrd, those lively legs, he does not stay in one place for too long. Benson again, still trying to trap him in the corner. Almost like trying to get a firefly in the jar without a lid on it. And another clash of heads, and Jennifer Sterling checks in on both fighters. All is well, and we will continue. Appreciate all of you joining us here. Next Gen Boxing Friday Night KO Fights, live in Greensboro. Got one more fight after this one. Our main event, Action Jackson taking on Brandon Bowie. Or Bowie, excuse me. Final minute of this 5th round of action. Scheduled for 8. Gotta wonder how much gas in the tank is left in Khalil Benson. For a fighter who hasn't gone past the 2nd round, he is about 30 seconds away from going into the 6th. He looks fresh. And Byrd, again, he's used to this pace. Again, some of the same game here, the same kind of cat and mouse game between Byrd and Benson, as Byrd continues to be the irresistible force. And Benson, the immovable object, just stalking his prey. End of round 5. And a nod from the blue corner towards the red corner from Byrd to Benson, acknowledging that he's given him a good fight. Friendly reminder, folks, that coming up tomorrow night here on Big Sports TV, it's Saturday night racing from the County Line Raceway. So make sure you keep it locked right here to Big Sports TV for all the action tomorrow night. Also creeping up towards the college football season. And round number 6 begins. And much like in football, you see Benson going downhill, walking right up to Byrd and crowding his space. But round 6 is here, and how much does Benson have left? mean, Byrd has not really challenged him with big power punches. He's been more keeping him at bay with the jab and keeping his feet moving. Combination by Benson, blocked well by Byrd. That right hand got through. Well, combination by Byrd. Both fighters doing a really good job of not absorbing big, huge punches from the other fighter. Just under 90 seconds left in this 6th round, but now again, Byrd finds himself against the ropes again. Crafty fighter Byrd, finding ways to kind of hold on to Benson a little bit so he can't keep those hands free and throw those power punches. Uppercut to the body by Byrd. Combination by Byrd. "30 seconds and change until we get to round number 7. Left hook by Byrd. Oh, that uppercut was right on the belt line. I don't think Sterling saw it. Ten seconds left. And Benson again. Still trying to walk down Byrd and land that big shot. Hear it from Walter Johnson III. We are 75% of the way through this fight. And it's still anybody's fight. Khalil Benson, he's been more aggressive, I think, throughout the entirety of the fight. And again, Byrd fighting much more of a defensive style. It's worked for him to this point to where he's not taking a lot of big shots. But you also got to wonder how much more dancing he's got left in him, as he's been moving around, trying to avoid big punches by Khalil Benson. Round 7. Now Benson kind of starting this round the way he started other rounds. Trying to corner Byrd and pepper him with power. Setting up with the left and throwing the right. Right hand to the body will score for Benson. If this fight goes into the 8th round, you have to wonder what the strategy will be for both fighters. Will they continue this same pace, or will they throw caution into the wind and go for the knockout? Benson trying to punch through the guard with a straight left. That left hand to the body felt like a punch of frustration by Benson, because Byrd has had his guard up seemingly for about 65% of the fight. Benson still peppering with shots. Byrd has been forced into the corner, right hand by Benson. And as I say that, Byrd able to fight his way out, get back into the center of the ring. That's where Benson does not really want this fight to take place. He wants to be able to pick his spots and hit his shots. Right hand to the body. Byrd's willing to concede that. We're getting closer and closer to the final round. And Khalil Benson going where he's never gone before. And that is into the late rounds. Combination by Byrd. Didn't land completely flush, but it sent a message to Benson.
In the round number 7.
And here we go. Getting ready for the final round. And again, still anybody's fight. As we take a look at our action from round number 7. You see again as Benson the aggressor. Much more impressive round for Benson, I think here. He had Byrd on the ropes early and often. Byrd not able to land a ton of punches. Slowed down a little bit with the dancing, but even with that being said, all it takes is one punch from Khalil Benson. Again, 6 knockouts in his career, 6 victories. Here's the bell for round number 8, the final round. Will it be Khalil Benson? Will it be Andre Byrd? This is where you just empty the tank and give everything you've got. You see the feet are moving quicker now for both fighters, and now Khalil Benson, he may be one to empty the proverbial clip here in hopes of landing that power shot to give him that familiar knockout victory. Overhand right. Byrd thought it was in the back of the head. Referee Sterling says no. Leather flying here is Byrd. Throwing some looping punches at Benson. Right hand by Benson. These fighters are working hard. And Benson is still trying to find that big power shot. But Byrd is giving him nothing here. Final minute and change of this final round of this fight. Nice combination by Byrd. With under a minute to go. Gotta wonder if they're just gonna let it all hang out here. Byrd seems content on finishing how he started. cool, calm, collected, and with the feet moving. Working that jab. All right, final 30 seconds. Straight right hand. And now another good power shot, that time the left by Benson. Left hand by Byrd.
10 seconds.
Benson and Byrd will go the distance. And we're going to take it to the scorecards. And after 8 rounds of boxing, we're going to take it to our judges, go to the scorecards, and determine our winner. But one thing that we've seen tonight that has been proven, that is that Khalil Benson is not just a knockout artist. He can go the distance if need be, and he held strong. He didn't get tired. He had lively feet and threw good punches. And now we'll see from Walter Johnson III, was it enough to get a victory over Andre Byrd?
All right, ladies and gentlemen, let's give both ladies and gentlemen a round of applause for a great fight. 8 rounds of boxing, they went toe-to-toe. Our judges have scored 78-74, 80-72, and 80-72. All for your winner.
Fighting out of the red corner, Khalil, no doubt, Benson.
No doubt, Khalil Benson continues his winning ways, 7-0, with a unanimous decision victory over Andre Byrd, who drops to 15-13.
And I want to say thank y'all for coming out to watch the perform. And you're doing good entry here. And I want to say, me being 14 years old, I think I did all right. All right, hey, remember, God bless, be safe.
Hear from Andre Byrd, again, 42 years old. You almost forget about his age as well as he boxed tonight. Again, 17-year difference between Byrd and Benson. And the younger Benson gets the victory tonight.
For the main event of the evening.
Will we bring Mr. Brandon Bowie to the ring?
It is main event time here in G-Borough as the crowd rises to their feet to see their hometown hero, Joseph Action Jackson, taking on Brandon the Business Bowie. And we are getting it. We're getting it to go right here, right now. Here comes Brandon the Business Bowie. Professional record of 22-14, hailing out of St. Louis, Missouri. He stands 5'10", in his pro and amateur career, 243 total rounds.
Gentlemen, let's bring Joseph Action Jackson to the ring.
Listen to the crowd erupt for Greensboro's own Joseph Action Jackson. The champ is here. Joseph Action Jackson 37 years old, out of Greensboro, North Kakalaka. Stands 5'9", 79 total rounds in his career. He made his debut back in 2015 with a win over Corey Macon. His only loss in his career was to Yoenis Telez, a knockout artist of the highest order. 20-1, 16 KOs, and looking for 21-17 here tonight.
First fighting out of the red corner, wearing the black trunks. He hails from Troy, Missouri. He came in weighing 164 pounds. He has a professional ring record, 24 wins against 14 losses, with 10 big wins coming by way of KO. Ladies and gentlemen, let's hear it for Brandon Bowie. Bowie.
Started his career 6-0
and now fighting
as a pro.
The blue corner, wearing the black trunks with the Carolina blue trim. He hails from Greensboro, North Carolina, and is a member of New Jerusalem Cathedral right here. He weighed in yesterday at 153 pounds. He comes to us with a professional ring record, 20 wins, 1 loss, 16 big wins coming by way of KO. Ladies and gentlemen, let's put on for the city. It's Joseph Action Jackson.
A hero's welcome here in Greensboro at the Franklin Florence Williams Event Center for Joseph Action Jackson. Our referee for this contest will be Anthony Bowie. And can Action Jackson deliver in the main event in front of his home crowd here on Friday night KO Fights?
Touch him up. 8 rounds. Junior middleweight.
Junior middleweight division. Bowie on your right in the red corner. Jackson on your left in the blue corner.
Round 1.
Main event time here in Greensboro. 8 rounds or less. And Action Jackson, despite his prowess for knockouts, he's more of a boxer, more of a patient puncher. Kind of strategically works his way into those knockouts. And Bowie, he started his career 6-0. Got a knockout in his first victory March 23rd, 2006 against Manuel Lopez. His last win was by disqualification over Jermaine McDonald, a DQ in round 5 of that fight. Overhand right by Jackson. The crowd gonna buzz with every shot he throws. Hard body shot to Bowie, and now another one. Bowie seems a little rocked. Hard shot to the body. And Jackson, or excuse me, Bowie has been, this is his 37th professional fight. He's no stranger to trying to go the distance. Again, 9 knockouts in his 22 victories. Final minute of this first round. Bowie trying to answer with an overhand right. Action Jackson just patient and methodical right now. All All the camera phones are out right now. I think they are anticipating something big from Brandon Bowie. Excuse me, by Action Jackson against Brandon Bowie. Combination that time, and Bowie still favoring his ribs. 10 seconds. 3 shots by Jackson. And those punches sting, you can tell. Bowie took some hard body shots in that first round. And Bowie gave the signal of approval that he's okay. Let's take a look at our replay here. That 1-2 combination to the body, that one sent a message to Bowie right away. And there's another one, that right hook.
Folks, we have a couple of boxing icons in the building tonight. First, former star of the Contender Series from Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, Mr. Max Alexander. And from right here in Greensboro, now fighting out of Danville, 15-0 D'Angelo Evans. D'Angelo, where are you, brother?
More luminaries being introduced to the crowd here. Again, we've got
in Santa Monica, California.
Folks standing up all around the building, waiting for this, waiting weeks and months for this fight. It is finally here, round 2. Brandon Bowie taking on Joseph Action Jackson. And Jackson picking up right where he left off in the first round, throwing the leather at Bowie. Bowie with a somewhat unorthodox stance there. Hands up, hands down. Kind of unorthodox movements in around the ring. But he knows that he's in Action Jackson's hometown and everybody wants to see a knockout, so he's going to do everything in his power to deny the crowd of seeing exactly what they came here to see. Will he employ a strategy much like we saw in the last fight with Andre Bird, a stick and move, left hand by Jackson across the left eye of Bowie. And now Bowie playing a little peekaboo here. Playing a little peekaboo with Jackson. Jackson undeterred. There's a mouthpiece that went flying out. And now Jackson looking like he may be trying to finish Bird here. Bowie, no mouthpiece in, and went flying over the top rope. And immediately Anthony Bowie calls the fighters to a neutral corner so Bowie can get his mouthpiece back in. One, 2, 3 by Jackson. Bowie won't admit it, but he could be in trouble. Now just smiling at Jackson. Defiant is Brandon the Business Bowie. And now Bowie putting together a combination. And that left uppercut, that one hit home. That one went through the guard, and now down goes Bowie. First knockdown of the fight for Action Jackson here in the second round. And now that's it. Bowie takes a knee, and that is that. Joseph Action Jackson gets the stoppage here in the second round. Here's the replay. That uppercut went right through the guard of Bowie. A 1-2 combination to the body. Another uppercut, and Bowie could take no more.
All right, ladies and gentlemen. First of all, let's give it up for Mr. Brandon Bowie. Great fight. At 2 minutes, 40 seconds of the second round, your winner by KO, Joseph Action Jackson, now
21-1 in his career now. His 17th knockout of his career.
Next generation boxing.
And Joseph Action Jackson gets the W in front of this sold-out crowd in Greensboro who comes to their feet
We're gonna keep bringing this to you. We're gonna keep making
in celebration for their hometown hero.
God bless and good night.
And Joseph Jackson sends the crowd home happy. We're going to go ahead and call it a night as well. We want to say thank you so much for joining us here in Greensboro. Shout out to Walter Johnson and Touching Money Daily. This has been Next Gen Boxing Friday Night KO Fights. I'm CG Craig Green. We'll see you tomorrow at the Raceway. Until then, sayonara and buenos noches.